I'm Tom Ray from the band Lorenzo's Music, and in this video, I'm going to give you a look at the pre-stream checklist that my band has before one of our live streams, including the automatic scene switching that runs as we play music. By the end of this video, you'll see how we have our band's live stream set up through this simple walkthrough routine, checking our DAW audio connection, OBS scene list performance order, hotkeys running to activate the scenes, full band camera, then a vocal, then a bass camera, then the drums, and then we can go back to the full band shot. So this is how our stream setup starts and gets ready to go live each week. All right, so first up, we are going to check our audio inputs. We have our DAW session open right now. We use Ardour. It's an open source DAW that we use. We create one session and we reuse that every week. That way it's already got all the channels and everything set up with all the instruments. All the instruments are connected through this sound card that I have right here. It's an 18-channel sound card. So even though this is set up to be connected to the channels in the sound card to the DAW, sometimes when we open it up, you want to check and make sure that you can see that the channels are attached at the top. Because I've opened it up before and they've been blank and we've had no sound, and that's where the problem there lies. And also another thing too, is make sure all the channels that we're going to use are armed for record. And again, with this saved session, when I open it, it's usually all set up and ready to go, but it's good to double check this. So the first thing I do is confirm that the DAW channels are indeed active. So if you see here, even though you can hear me just normally, but if you look at my mic channel, you can see that I am getting a signal from that. And if I play my piano, you can see that I have that hooked up too. So now that I know I have this all set up, I can open up OBS. I have my DAW open and OBS is open. I need to connect my DAW session to OBS. And the way I do that is I use this program called Patchance in Ubuntu Studio. So when I open this up, you'll see that it has my Ardour session and it has my OBS session right here. So if I right click on the OBS session, I will want to go to Ardour and connect the master output. So now when I switch back to OBS, you'll see if I play my keys, I have a signal coming through now. And if I talk into the microphone, that signal is coming through the audio channel as well. So now we know that the audio will be going into the stream. The next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I have my scenes all set up to run. Now this first one, of course, is our band scene, and these squares here are where the cameras are going to go when they're hooked up. So there's my camera square right there, there's the drum camera, and then there's Cliff's camera. Also down here I have our single cameras. Now this is for when we play. So the main band scene is the first one, then there's the Tom camera that will be right there, then Cliff's camera, and then Rob's camera. We also run automatic scene switching, so when we're on the Tom camera and we're playing a song, it will then cycle through the cameras throughout the room. So I want to check to make sure that that is up and running, because when we start playing, I just have a button that I push to activate that to work. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go up to Tools and then go to Advanced Scene Switcher. Now, when I first come here, sometimes it opens in this macro tab and it doesn't have the things that I need. So I have to switch general and then all these tabs get exposed. Don't know why it does that. It just does. That's how you find them. So right now you can see that I have my scene switching to automatically be active. And normally when I open this, it's always set to that, but occasionally it's not. So it's always good to double check that. So it's set to active, so I know it's good to go. And then if I were to tap on the Tom camera, what it's supposed to do is after 5 seconds, it will then switch to Cliff camera, which it just did. So like I said, it's working. And then after that, it switches to Rob camera, and then it's set up to go right back to Tom camera and start the whole thing all over again, which it is. So that's working just fine. Now, another thing about the single cameras that go around the room as we're playing a song, I found what works for us is we set them to run for about 5 seconds each. Like between 5 and 8 seconds is kind of a good time. It doesn't linger too long. You want it to switch to other people playing, but you don't want it to go too fast. So I found 5 seconds kind of works for us. And it's funny because it seems short. It seems like that would be too fast, but it really isn't. So we set this all just to do this for about 5 seconds each. And then of course, as it's switching through there, when we finish a song, to stop it from cycling through, I switch it to the full band camera, and that one does not have any scene switching set up, so it's a way to stop the scene switching. Otherwise, all of the single cameras still switch automatically when I go to them. So we've got our audio, we've got our video switching is all set up, everything's good to go so far. Now, one more thing I want to do is when we're playing, as you can see, I'm mousing around here on the laptop. Don't really want to do that when we're playing live. So what I have here is I have a little Bluetooth keyboard that I use, and I've just got some hotkeys on it that I have set up. So what I want to do is make sure that those are active. And I do that by testing one of the keys. So if I push this one, this key here is to automatically activate the scene switching. And you can see now on the bottom here, it is going through, it switched to Tom Cam, then Cliff Cam, now Rob Cam. And to go back, I have another key that I push that goes right back to the band scene. Now, another thing that we have here too is we also have a title sequence hotkey that I've set up that does this. And then I also have one for a segment that we have where we write a song, and it's called Working It Out. So we have that set up as well. So those are all active, everything's running, that's great. And then just as a fallback, because sometimes when we're playing, the video will freeze up or get choppy, or like sometimes it will be like, it will freeze for a second and then move and then move. It's like some really bad public access television sort of effect. So when it does that, I have a fallback where it goes to video troubles, audio only mode. So the audio is still playing, but it stops using the camera. Otherwise, I can always check back and go, is the video still choppy? Is it still working? So all my hotkeys are now set up. And then for the most part, we have our audio levels set. If I go back to Ardour, what I like to do is I like to try and keep our audio at around -10. It's a good level for OBS. Everybody gets mixed consistently. When we get loud, it will only go a little over it. I like how I'm still talking into the mic, even though I don't need it. So I try to set that at around -10. But sometimes if we had to adjust audio, or we tested something else out, or somebody had something happen to their amp, what we'll do to check the audio is we will just do a sound check for a song. We'll record it in OBS just by pushing the record button instead of the streaming button, and then play that back and see what the volume is like, if you can hear everybody, if the mix is good. So sometimes that's what we'll do too, is we'll do a 10-second recording test and then play it back to make sure that everything is sounding good. And that's it. That is our full pre-stream system for our band's weekly live streams that we do. If this helped, subscribe to the channel for more open source music tutorials. And if you would like, there is actually a pre-stream checklist PDF that you can download by joining our email list down below in the description. Thanks for watching.